Hey there everyone, No DMWA here coming at you with a Gallantmon, Dukemon deck profile for EX02. So I'm going to do this deck profile slightly different because there's a couple things I want to change in the deck, but the gameplay video that's attached to this deck profile is based on this current build. So I'll kind of talk about like what's in the deck and then what I'll take out and how I'll adjust to make it better. Just so you see that the cards are the same as the ones in the gameplay. Because this deck is still strong, but there are things I'll change. I'm going to make it closer to Geobud's build, because it's a better build than this one, in my opinion. But I'll show you the reason why I put in certain stuff and what I'm going to take out and whatever. So the babies aren't going to change. I'll probably add a 5th Digimon baby, because this deck feels like it does need a 5th baby. Because you basically go Gallantmon Tribal. So the 5th baby will probably be another Digimon from, what's it called? From the starter deck. Yeah, so that way it's all Digimon for later, because EX3 you need to run all Digimon anyway to benefit off that red-purple Gallantmon. Because you can Digivolve off a Digimon regardless of color. So, Digimon from EX2 Inheritable is one attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Gallantmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon's name, draw one card. That's really good because then you can just draw a card, which comes up a lot. So we run 4 of the promo Gallantmon, which is really, really good. I think it jumped up to like $20-something, even though it was like $3 before. When attacking, trigger draw 1, so that's why you run it. It's really good. It's really good in red-yellow hybrids too. The yellow hybrid like security control, so that's why it jumped up to a lot of money. Like out of nowhere, because that deck's on the rise and it's really good. 4 of the EX2 Gallantmon. So its on playability is reveal top 4 cards of your deck, top 4. Add 1 card of Groundmon or Gallantmon and 1 Decado among them to your hand and place the rest at the bottom. Then the inheritable is once per turn this Digimon has Groundmon or Gallantmon's name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon 3000 or less. So he's pretty decent. He searches, he gets you your things. He's a Gallantmon, he's a decent inheritable. He's really good. He's a really good Gallantmon. He's a solid 4 of. Like, don't run less. 4 of the starter deck Gallantmon. For the starter deck Gallantmon, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon in play, this Digimon can Digivolve into a Gallantmon for a memory cost of 4. That's really good. And then the inheritable is when opponent's Digimon is deleted, draw 1. So you get to keep drawing cards, and it's a really good way to warp because level 6s on the opponent's side is more common now in this format. So you might actually be able to warp into a Gallantmon, which is really cool. And for the 4 cost, not bad because it's already 4 cost to develop the normal way. So yeah. 1 Gallantmon. He came up actually in the gameplay. While you have a red tamer in play, this Digimon can attack on suspended Digimon, so you can buff him up to 8k at most, probably with yeah, 8,000. You can swing over stuff basically, a good amount of stuff. Especially D Reaper cards. You can swing over the unsuspended D Reaper monsters like Searchers or Jerry or whatever during your turn. Assuming you have the heroes out, because I run hero, so. I run 4 Growlmon from starter deck. Inheritable, when the opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain a memory. This came up a lot during the gameplay. I gained a lot of memory just from deleting stuff, which was really cool. So this deck is pretty solid. It just deletes, swing with blitz, delete something, and then plus off the attacking. Basically, it's aggro with pluses. Like, you get a lot of pluses just from swinging. It's pretty fun. Like, this Gallantmon deck is pretty sweet. 4 of the starter deck Greymon. Now this card's really good too. Plus 1 security, inheritable, so that's just straight up like, you know, more damage to the security. So we run it. 2 Growlmon from EX2. So when attacking, delete when your opponent's Digimon 2000 or less. If you have Red Tamer in play, delete when your opponent's Digimon 4000 or less instead. And we really run this because its name is Growlmon, and then the deleting inheritable does come up because you can delete when your opponent's Digimon with 3000 or less if you swing. And then you can buff that up even more because you add 2000 or whatever to the maximum. It's really cool. When the Gunimon, obviously Digivolve on top of the Decado or a Tai or a Hero and win for game. Win con. It's the win button. So for Rise Greymon for ultimates. Rise Greymon's really good because you can Digiverse 2 to get out a hero or the Kato. It's counterproductive against Tai, but Tai does come up for some reason if you get the War Groundmon underneath instead, because then you have a full stack. So Tai is not like completely useless. It did come up in the gameplay. Like I did Digiburst with Rise Greymon, but then I Digivolved with a War Groundmon stack, and then the Tai did pop off on top of a Tai. The Tai popped off on top of a Greymon. I mean, not Tai on top of a Tai. That could have happened too. I had 2 Tais out, but I won the game by then. By the time I got the second Tai out. But Rise Greymon's pretty good. Just Digiburst 2, play a red or yellow Tamer with 4 costs or less. The Inheritable comes up too. If you have a Tamer in play, delete when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP. Then you can increase that maximum with the Gallantmon effect, so you can make it like 4,000, 5,000, depending on the War Groundmons too. Let's send the War Groundmons to here. I felt like I wasn't missing the one from the starter deck. Like I think this one's the main one I want, just because I love the gimmick of increasing the maximum. When attacking, delete when your opponent's Digimon 4,000 or less. If you're a red tamer, delete 6,000 or less instead when you swing. And then the maximum can increase off that. And then add 1,000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP base for deletion effects. So I like that. I don't know. Seems pretty sweet. Like being able to increase the DP that you can kill things with is pretty cool. And I run for Gallantmon from EX02 just because he's the new one. I want to try out the gimmick of him. He was pretty solid when I was using him. Your turn, he gets plus 2,000 power, so that's already a plus. While you're a red tamer in play, add 2,000 to the maximum DP. You can choose DP based reduction effects. And then when attacking is really good, like when you swing with him. Choose any number of opponent's Digimon whose DP adds up to 6,000 or less and delete them. So it's pretty sweet because you already add 2,000 to that maximum. So it's already 8,000 or less, plus the Groundmon 9,000. If you have multiple of them out, you can kill basically anything. It's crazy. This guy came up too. Might want to. Gallantmon from BT1. When Digivolving, you have a red tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon 6,000 or less. When attacking, trash one of your opponent's security cards for every 10 cards in their trash. It's really good against purple. It came up too in the couple games. Crimson will came up once. When Digivolving, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. And then trash the top card of your deck, security stack. Trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Add 1 card to the number of cards trashed by this effect for every 10 cards in your opponent's trash. You can add to the maximum for every 10 cards in their trash. It's really good. The Kato is really good too. For the Kato. During your turn, when the opponent's Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this tamer to gain a memory. So that's really good because you'll be popping your Digimon and you plus off more. And when your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Gallantmon or Groundmon in its name, that Digimon gains when Digivolving Blitz for the turn. Blitz is really cool to mess around with. If we had more time in the format, I'd try to mix this with like Shoutmon or something. But we don't. I run 2 Hero, Memory Setter, and 2 Tai. So this is where I'm like, I don't know if I take out. If I had to take out one, I'd take out Tai. But Tai came up, so I don't know. In the gameplay. So Tai gives you +1 security to your red Digimon if you have 4 or more in the Digivolution sources, which is really good. And he's a Memory Setter. Then Hero is when you attack with a Gallantmon or a level 5 or higher Digimon, you can tap them to gain 2,000 power to one of your Digimon. So it's like, I don't know which one would be better. Let's put the Kato in front, actually, because he's the main character of the deck. But Tai or Hero, I think Hero would definitely have to stay. There's no way I can't not keep him, because I have to put in Crimson Blaze right here in Gaia Force. I have to throw in Judgment of the Blade, because that's what Gilbud's running, and I want to run that so bad. But I don't know what to take out. Probably Tai, at worst, or Gallantmon. I could legitimately just take out this Gallantmon too. For 1 Judgment of the Blade, I could probably get away with that. Ooh, I could probably get away with that, to be honest. Like, just take out Gallantmon for a Judgment of the Blade so I can deal with Mother. Because with this current build, you can't deal with D-Reaper. Unless you rush him quickly, but you probably won't. But yeah, 2 Crimson Blades to deal with Mastimon, delete all your opponents to 2 on 6,000 or less. This came up a lot. And then they can't special summon stuff, and then 2 Gaia Force. Because Gaia Force is good. I could probably take out 1 Gaia Force, to be honest, and one, if I wanted to run like 2 Judgment of the Blades, I could probably get away with that. If I wanted to keep the tie, if I really wanted to, I could probably do that. But yeah, that's the deck profile. I'll also share Gilbud's deck profile, like deck pick at the end. So you see both of ours. That way you can just kind of figure out which one you want to use. Because I know I'm kind of leaning towards that, but I'm in quarantine mode, so I can't really mess with stuff right now. Obviously, like I'm wearing a mask right now, even though I'm by myself. But you know, whatever. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching my Gallantmon deck profile. I was really unexpectedly happy to play this deck. I didn't realize it was this fun. So, you know, Biomerge activate. I want to fight alongside Guillaumon. Decado moment. So, yeah. Alright, I'll see you all next time. I got a purple Megidramon deck profile coming too, so look out for that. Alright, see you next time.